Hi, U.S. history students. Today is March 4th, 2013, and today's assignment is the Joseph McCarthy assignment. For some reason, I always have trouble saying Joseph for some reason when I say it together with McCarthy. But that assignment is due today. We're still in the Cold War, studying about the Cold War, and the Joseph McCarthy assignment is talking about something that was going on in the United States while the Cold War was going on. So this is a domestic issue that was going on, and let's go ahead and go to this assignment. Okay, and we're still in, I believe, Unit 6. So, getting into the Cold War, we're still Unit 6, Session 2. And so, let's see, Unit 6, Session 2. So, Joseph McCarthy, he was an interesting figure. He was somebody that took advantage of the Cold War as his key issue to kind of further his career. It ended up having a term related to his name called McCarthyism, and you always see somebody that kind of takes something too far in politics. They go too far with it. It was good to be fearful of communism, but McCarthy took it to the point where he was actually ruining people's lives with this fear, instilling fear of communism into the American people, and he was actually making false accusations against a lot of people and ruining people's lives. So, what was there to be fearful of? There was a lot of countries around the world that were becoming communist. Because the United States is a free country as far as politics is concerned, we're allowed to have a communist party run for president. You're allowed to have a communist party in the United States. They never win, but there's always a communist party every year that has a candidate in the elections. When we have our presidential elections, there's always a communist candidate. We just never hear about them because there's not enough followers to actually elect that candidate president. During the Cold War, the fear was that they would get enough followers to actually elect somebody to be president, a communist candidate to be president of the United States. That was a fear. There was always a fear that there was, and this is something that was actually happening. There was a fear that there was communist spies in the United States that were spying for the Soviet Union and telling American secrets back to the Soviet Union and giving American secrets. So that was always a fear. That was actually going on, but it wasn't going on to the extent that Joseph McCarthy was accusing people of it. And that's where we get into the part where he's actually ruining people's lives, because he was accusing people of being communists. He was accusing people of being communist spies, and a lot of them weren't. So for this assignment, you're going to learn more about Joseph McCarthy. There's four websites here that all tell you about different parts of Joseph McCarthy. Here's a biography on him. Here's his career. It tells the history and his career of Joseph McCarthy. This is a speech that he gave, and this website is. And then this talks about what McCarthyism actually was, what that term actually meant, McCarthyism. Okay, so you're going to go to the response sheet, and you're gonna read the questions, and then it will tell you what websites to use to answer the questions. So for questions 1, 2, and 3, you're gonna use information from site 1 and 2. So to answer this question, you're gonna use for questions 1, 2, and 3, you're gonna answer using the biography website and the career websites in the assignment. For part 2, you're going to use site 3, which is the speech website, and you're going to answer these 3 questions using site 3, which is actually a speech called Enemies from Within that McCarthy gave back in 1950. Okay, and Let's go ahead and go back to this. And then the last part, the final part that you're going to do is you're going to assume the role of a newspaper journalist interviewing Joseph McCarthy. It says on a separate sheet of paper, but just do it on this same piece of paper down here below. And you're gonna write 4 questions exploring, just what was going on with Joseph McCarthy. Write 4 questions as if you're a journalist, and then you're gonna write 4 answers to go along with those based on what you now know about Joseph McCarthy. So write four journalist questions, and then give 4 answers that you think that Joseph McCarthy would give based on what you learned about him. Okay, that's all you have to do. Then write a concluding paragraph answering the focus question. What was Joseph McCarthy really afraid of? Write basically a summary paragraph answering this question. What was Joseph McCarthy really afraid of? Okay, so those are all the parts of this assignment you need to complete. And that's it. If you have any questions, as always, email me, call, text, whatever you want to do. I'll have my video tutorial, my virtual classroom sessions Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday from 10 to 11. You can stop by and ask any questions you want. The link for those virtual classrooms are right down here on the left. And it gives the times. So there's the Blackboard Collaborate link URL address to get to those virtual classrooms. So if you ever have any questions, you can come to those. All right, that's all I have. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.